Hey guys, and welcome to a new episode. So, we finished the lap, we've finished the videos about the lap. What's next?
Yeah, exactly. So this episode is a little bit about our plans, what we're going to do going forward. We've obviously finished the lap of Australia, which was amazing, but there's still so much we haven't done yet. We haven't done Tassie, there's so much in Vic that we want to explore. So we thought we'd throw this video together, just a little bit about some exciting news that we've got coming up, and a little bit about our plans coming up. We've been back at home for about a year now. Can't believe it's already been a year. Working hard, saving all of our pennies for something exciting, which we'll tell you more about in a second. But when we got back from our lap, we sold the caravan pretty quickly. So it was sold within 2 weeks from us getting back. The market was so buoyant back then, wasn't it? So we sold it sight unseen, which is just crazy. But yeah, we sold that and bought a second car so we could both go to work. We work in different places. So that's kind of what we've done with the caravan. We do miss it. I wish I did have it, but we have nowhere to store it, which is kind of one of the reasons why we're looking for what we are now. So we really want to get something that can fit in our garage is probably the key requirement.
Yeah, we don't have a drive. It's not really suitable to park outside the house here, so really we're left with either going for storage or parking it in a garage. And I suppose just the nature of us wanting to be able to go away for weekends, you don't want to have to be going to a storage place to then pick it up every time, do you? We have measured our garage. In terms of width, I think it's fairly standard. In terms of height, it's not very high, mainly because of the electric roller mechanisms. And it's not that long. It's only about 5.6 meters long. In fact, it only just fits the Ford Ranger in. Yeah,
exactly. So we're kind of looking at something that is similar size to the Ranger. Otherwise, we've got no chance of getting it in the garage, really. And I think given our restrictions from that, we're probably looking at some kind of camper trailer of some kind. Maybe a hybrid, if we can find like a little hybrid, but I think height is an issue on most of them, which will probably rule that out. But I don't know. I don't really know what's out there. It's going to be challenging to find something that we like that fits in that space. But there's plenty of small camper trailers or mini hybrids out there. We just got to kind of find the right one that fits in the garage and kind of comes within our budget, I guess. I don't know, I suppose we've got to hit the laptops and just see what we can find out there that meets our requirements.
Yeah, I think something that's good value for money for what it is, because we do want to experience a bit of a different kind of travelling. So we still like our creature comforts, but maybe not quite so many as the Crusader. So what could that look like in terms of a cheaper, more value for money setup, I suppose?
Yeah, I think so. I reckon it's time to do a bit of research.
Yeah, I think we need to get onto it. Should we go check out Google?
Let's do it.
Okay. So we are now doing some Googling. We're just checking out all of the brands and trying to find the specs of their ranges. I think we've sort of fairly quickly worked out that caravans aren't an option based on the height. So that leaves us with camper trailers. So we're now doing a bit of a deep dive research into choosing a camper trailer.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping we could do like a hybrid. You know, those hybrids that you can find that are they're pop up, but they're small with like a kitchen outside and they're like 13 feet. But even those are pretty tall. Length isn't as much of an issue as I was expecting. For those, it's more the height, which is the problem. But there's a couple that look really good, aren't they, that we found. So a couple promising ones in here, which are quite exciting, which is good.
Yeah, no, this is really good. I mean, what it's going to mean is our experience is going to be quite different. So having the Crusader Caravan and having that sort of premium caravan, has everything inside. We did spend probably more time than we should have done in the caravan as opposed to outside.
Yeah.
So I think looking at these, it's really exciting because this is going to be a different type of trip with the kitchens as the slide outdoors. So I think it's going to be a much more outdoor experience for us.
It's quite funny because I always want the best things and the nicest, luxurious thing, but you know, you can't get that in the space that we've got in the garage. So in a strange way, it's kind of a good cost saving thing to keep us in check and not spend an absolute fortune, is just trying to get it in the garage. So
yeah, and I think probably value for money is going to be an element, because there do look to be some fantastic things that are as expensive as a caravan, and I mean, you can, looking at this, you can easily spend over 100,000 on a camper trailer. So I think it's around working out that value for money, because for a weekender, you don't want to be investing so much of your disposable income or so much of your savings just on a weekender vehicle. So I think we need to now work out that balance between feeling like we're in something that's quite luxurious or that's very comfortable, but that's actually really good value for money in the same respect. So
yeah, exactly.
Let's see what we can find.
Right, so I found a few options, which is quite exciting, to be honest. So, you know, you can get a lot of information from going through the websites and watching YouTube videos and stuff like that. But it's hard. You really need to go and experience them, and you know, kick the tires and go in and open the cupboards and have a look and feel. So, luckily, there's actually the Victorian Caravan Camping Show is just in a few weeks' time. So, and a lot of these manufacturers will be there, which is really good. So I think that's what we're going to do. We'll go to the show and just have a really good look around and see what we can get.
Yeah, the show's perfect because it means you don't have to drive around going to loads of different dealerships. Everyone's in one place, and you can really have that sort of side-by-side comparison. And there are quite a lot of brands that sort of fit our initial requirements in terms of size. So I think seeing them in person is how we're going to make that decision. Yeah, exactly.
And you know, they're all there, so we can ask them questions. Maybe we can get a good deal while we're there during the show, and just you know, suss some of those out, and also the hybrid caravans as well, just so we've got some level of comparison there as well. So it's in a couple of weeks, which is not far away. I didn't even know, so it was quite handy timing wise. So I think with the magic of editing, let's go and time travel to the show, right?
Okay, let's do that.
Let's go.
So we've just arrived at the Victorian Caravan Camping Show.
Someone's excited.
And it's dog friendly, so we brought Archie along, and he's very excited to go and explore.
Oh, you ready for a walk, Archie?
Yep.
Hey.
Okay, let's go do this. So we have arrived at the Victorian Caravan and Camping Show.
Yeah, here we are. So we're kind of shopping for a camper trailer today, so we'll see what there is. We thought we'd keep our mind open. Obviously we've got a restriction trying to get it in the garage.
Yeah,
so
see what can fit in the garage.
Yeah, we bought the tape measure just in case, but I think we'll just have a look and, you know, research for now. I think that's the plan of the day. Hopefully we don't walk away with an expensive purchase. We usually do when we come to these things.
Possible. It's possible.
We usually do. So anyway, let's check it out.
Okay. Okay, so I'd be lying if I said we hadn't been doing a bit of YouTube research beforehand. So we know we want a camper trailer, and there are quite a few brands that we've actually seen videos for on YouTube, one of which is Mars Campers. So I think we'll go and have a quick look and see what that's like. I absolutely love hybrid caravans, but unfortunately they're just not going to fit in the garage. So as much as I'd love this, I think we're going to be looking more over here at the camper trailers. Okay, so this one's the SpaceX Air. So it's actually inflated by an air structure as opposed to tent poles, which I really like the idea of that. This is really nice. Oh. Comfy lounge. And 2 double beds either end that are actually quite easy to access. Looks good quality as well. Looks really good quality. Definitely something to think about. Let's have a look at some of the other ones. I think the dual fold camper trailer is really good because it's so space efficient when you're travelling, but it opens up to provide so much space. It's absolutely enormous in here. You could probably fit 6 people around the table and 2 really good sized beds either end. So this is the SpaceX regular, so this one has poles as opposed to being inflatable. But yeah, still a really good space.
Wow, it's pretty cool in here. Nice bed, very nightclubby with the blue lights here. Look at that. This is really cool as well, like a swing table.
Big fridge.
Yeah, really big fridge. And lots of storage as well. It's quite cool. Quite cool, this one.
Yeah, the steps are really good as well.
Yeah, easy for Archie.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good wide steps.
Ah, so this one actually opens on the right-hand side rather than the usual ones that open at the back and front. This one goes on the side, which is odd. Creates this little bedroomy thing here. Potentially a little room for Archie, maybe.
Another brand that we've been looking at is online is Opus. So again, they have a range of hybrid and caravans and camper trailers. So I think we'll go check these guys out as well. Wow, there's a lot of people here. Okay, so Opus has 3 different camper trailers. They've got the light over here, which is the smallest. They've then got the OP2 here and the OP4. Okay, so the good news is all 3 versions also fit in our garage as well, so that's always a bonus. So I think we'll go and have a look at the 3 different models and see what we think to these. It's so high inside. I think we might want a little bit bigger than that though. Whew. And this one's the OP2. I really like the annex in this, it's a good space. So again, these are all air structure, but really solid. I like how they've got the skylights as well, so you can let a lot of light in. Let's have a look around here. Huh. And there's a little ensuite built in right at the back with a shower at the end. Yeah, that's really handy. Okay, the one that I think is the most exciting is the OP4, so let's go and have a look at that one now.
So this one's the OP4. It's got a huge space at the front. Check out the size of this fridge freezer. And then you've got storage next to it as well. That's a really good space. And then hob and sink. So again, really solid. There's not a huge amount of bench space, but I suppose you've got this and this. And then I saw that the table inside comes out as well. So that table there is like the inside-outside table. So I suppose you can give yourself enough space. And then there's drawers. Oh yeah, cutlery drawer. Okay, let's have a look inside. Whew. Man, this is a huge space. You could easily have like a family of 4 in here, plus dogs. So the table isn't built in, notice. So you can either have, if you've got the table outside, then it's just sort of a lounge area. But then I suppose if you don't have the annex up and it's raining, you can bring the table in and you've got a dining area as well. I do like how you can sort of open up the ceiling and make it really have skylights and make it really light as well. Oh, so much to think about.
These guys look familiar. Where have I seen them before? Oh yeah, we had one, didn't we? Oh, memories. We'd love to get another one. They're just too big. Won't fit in our garage. Nah, next time. So I'm back in this Serenity. Oh, so weird. It's so weird. It's like coming back to an old home that you used to live in. It's, yeah, it's just so strange, but a few upgrades to it the last time we've had it. So they've got composite walls now, no checker plate, so it's a lot lighter. It's about 200 kilos lighter, which is pretty good. But yeah, just coming back in here, yeah, we miss it. We do. Shame we can't buy another one.
What a great day out at the show we had.
Yeah, it was full on.
Yeah,
I'm exhausted.
How long were we there for? Like 5 or 6 hours?
6 hours at least.
Yeah, we were all pooped by the end of it, including Archie, who just collapsed afterwards.
Yeah, but it's a great show. Like, so many, it's so much bigger than I expected it. It's just massive, and so many manufacturers, and you know, we had a look at all different types of camper trailers, hybrids. We even had a sneak peek at some caravans, and just, you know, wished we could get another one. And we even had a look at the new Serenities while we were there, which was pretty cool and brought back some memories.
It did bring back some memories.
Yeah, but it was a great show, and
yeah, and thanks to everyone that said hi to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
A few people that watch our channel just stopped and said hi. We really loved that.
Yeah.
Loved meeting everyone, so that was great.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we've got a better idea now of what we want. There's a good few options which will fit in the garage, which is really promising.
Yeah.
And a couple of them are really really exciting, and we're super keen to kind of learn a little bit more about them, and probably watch some more YouTube videos if we can find any on those particular ones that we want. I reckon.
That being said, I think we're fairly close to making a decision.
I think so too. Yeah. I think there's a couple of standouts in particular, and it's just kind of working out what's best for us, and in terms of our use case as well, you know, for getting something that's quick, easy, and we can just hitch and go for the weekend.
Yeah, so, definitely. I think we've got a couple of brochures, and so I think it's just a case of working through the specs and seeing what meets our needs.
Exactly. So watch this space. We're not far off, and as soon as we find anything and we, you know, put the money down,
you'll know about it. And we'll take you on a tour and all that good stuff.
What is great, whereas with caravans, you're still looking at over a year lead time.
Yeah.
The majority of camper trailer people we spoke to, actually, you're only looking at a few months. So I think we can turn this around fairly quickly so that you guys can start seeing some more content of our travels and what we're learning.
Yeah, exactly. A lot quicker than I thought, which makes sense because, you know, they're not as hard to manufacture as a caravan, I guess. But yeah, exciting times. We're really excited. We really want to hit the road again and see what's out there, explore Victoria more and the surrounds as well. So
and I think us having done the caravan, it'll be really interesting. We'll be able to sort of do the compare and contrast the two different types of trips and stays as well. So how is a caravan park different when you're in a camper trailer versus a caravan?
Yeah, exactly.
And what's off-grid camping like in a camper trailer versus a caravan? That'll be really interesting.
Yeah, so exciting times ahead. So that's it for our What's Next episode. So hopefully that gave you a little bit of a sneak peek of what's to come over the next 6 months to a year and maybe longer. We're really excited. So make sure you join us on the journey for the next few months, and subscribe below, leave us a like and comment on your favorite caravan or camper trailer, any recommendations of campgrounds you've got in the area, anything like that would be great. Or just to shout out and say hello, and we'll get back to you as well.
Absolutely. So we hope to have some more news for you very shortly. But in the meantime, thank you again for your support, and we will see you soon.
See you soon, guys.